Okay, we'll go ahead and get started with the April Ttcda meeting. Welcome to everyone. So we do have a quorum today. Moving on, approval of minutes. You guys should have had the minutes distributed. I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Make a motion to approve.
Second? Have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we'll jump into the applications for certificates of appropriateness. First up on the list, Stephanie Fain Richardson Place Services Incorporated, 4-A-24-TOB. If we could get a staff report, please.
Sure. The site is on the west side of the westernmost path of Cogdill Avenue. If you guys all know, Cogdill kind of makes a U. Let me get my laser pointer going. Kind of makes a U here, so it's on the westernmost northern path of Cogdill Road. It is a request for a 300 square foot building addition to add a wash bay to an existing industrial building within that site. With that proposed new wash bay, the total building square footage will be 73,174 square feet. Property has dual zoning. Part of it is zoned I industrial and the other part is CB, which is business and manufacturing. But all of it is in the TO overlay, which is why you all are hearing this request. The site is located within an existing industrial area north of I-40 and I-75. So there's just a few bird's eye view images in here just to kind of give you the lay of the land, see what that existing context of the site looks like. This one's a little bit unique. It's got some history to it. So there were 4 office warehouse buildings that were built in 1974. This was before the Ttcda guidelines were adopted, which occurred in 1983. That's the 4 buildings that you see here on the left. Historical aerial views show that the site was initially partially cleared of vegetation sometime between 1985 and 1986. And then additional clearing occurred between 2016 and 2018. And then in 2020 is when we got new site plans that were submitted for this site, and that included this building that you see here. The location of the building addition is behind this rear facade of this building here, this sort of U-shaped building. It would not be visible from the street. The new building does not increase the impervious area ratio, as it's proposed to be constructed in an area of the site that already has impervious surface. That 2020 approval did issue a waiver to the site for 91.6% impervious surface, and this isn't including to raise that or proposing to raise that. There are 28 parking spaces on the site that exist now that complies with the range of 27 to 41 spaces required by the guidelines. This addition does not spur the need for any new parking. Likewise, no new landscaping is proposed, but there are no landscape requirements generated by this new building addition. No new lighting is proposed and no signage is proposed. If those 2 things were added in the future, that would be a different request and would come through with a different application. As I stated previously, the wash bay adds 300 square feet to the site, brings the total building area up to 73,174 square feet. That yields a new ground area coverage ratio and floor area ratio of 14.53%, which is within the limits of the design guidelines. The applicant will be using pre-finished vertical medical siding on all 4 sides of the building. While the use of non-decorative metal is discouraged, it's not prohibited. However, it does match the walls of the other buildings in the complex, and again, it's not visible from the street. So with that, these plans are in compliance with the guidelines, and we are recommending approval with 2 conditions: that it just meets the zoning ordinance requirements and any requirements of Knox County Engineering and Public Works at the time of permitting.
All right, thank you. Any questions for staff? All right. Do we have anybody here representing the applicant?
Yes, sir.
So you're welcome to speak. You don't need to, but if you want to, you can. If your choice. All right. All right, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve per staff recommendation.
Do we have a second?
A second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. Okay, moving on. Scott Davis, Masana Investments LLC, 4-A-24-TOR. I understand that a postponement for 30 days has been requested. So I will entertain a motion for approval on the postponement.
I'll make a motion to postpone for 30 days.
Do we have a second? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, jumping down to Jordan Hutchison Signs and Such, 4-A-24-TOS. Can we get a staff report, please?
Sure. This site is near the intersection of Hardin Valley Road and Schaefer Road. Schaefer Road has direct access onto and off of Pellissippi Parkway, so it's got some dual, access going there from Pellissippi Parkway. It is an existing commercial area commercial strip center off of Hardin Valley Road and Schaefer. It is currently zoned PC, Planned Commercial and Technology Overlay. And the signage is, part of it is changing, part of it is remaining the same. So this, with the elephant, is what it is now. It's Hardin Valley Nutrition. They're wanting to keep the words Hardin Valley and exchange the word nutrition for sweets over here on this side. And the logo within the existing round sign would also change. So the building sign would remain in the same spot above the awning. It's got a frontage of 20 feet, which allows a building sign area of up to 20 square feet. And the individual letters and logo over here measure 12.49 square feet in total. So it's the size is in compliance with guidelines. The sign will consist of individual channel letters mounted to 6-inch raceway. So that'll be painted to match the stone. All components, the letters and the logo, will be internally illuminated with cool white LED lighting, and the letters will be covered with navy translucent vinyl. The circle will be covered with printed translucent vinyl. All of the letters will have black trim, caps, and returns. The building signage will be separated from the wall by 6 inches. And this request is in compliance with the Ttcda design guidelines, and staff is recommending approval.
All right, thank you. Any questions for staff? All right, is the applicant present? Welcome to say anything. If not,
I think she covered everything. If you might have any questions, I could answer it. No, that's pretty much it.
all right. I'll entertain a motion for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
And I'll second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Yeah. All right. Do we have any other business?
That's it.
All right. Any questions? No?
Yeah.
Understand. All right. Then we are adjourned. Thank you so much.